Lights out is the vibe. Welcome to Virgo season. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022, baby. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Over there, y'all already know the Spirit Squadron and I get it in, and we're clarifying every card. It's the extended, essentially, and shit's lit, as low as $8 a month, so definitely check in the description box and get in there for other dope content that I do. Oop, I forgot to turn my phone on. Fucking airplane mode. Can I get a window seat? Don't want nobody talk to me. That may be something that you're in. That's one thing. It's like lights off, you're tired. Some of you may be tired. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Your ruling planets have been in kind of exhausting situations. There's been a lot of energy output. There's been a lot of either you guys are tired or you're like overstimulated and just like really charged and like on it, you know. But I do feel like there is something about like the voltage. Check the voltage. If you're tired, rest. I feel like there is something about the ability to like really make right decisions quickly, to see things clearly, to see things quickly, to like connect the dots quickly. There's like some mental fog or gunk that has really like gotten out of the way. And it's nice because in Virgo season, we refine. And there is this attention to detail, this improved like decision-making process. Also feel just like a slowing down, just maybe feeling fried in some sort of way. That's just how it feels, where it's just like zapped, you know. Now, there are, in Virgo season, we are going to experience this very do more, talk less energy. And I feel like that would be really beneficial for you, giving yourself the opportunity to just flow. So, light it if you got it. Hydrate. I'm gonna light some sweetgrass for that ass, because we are thanking our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking us all for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022. Oh, Aquarius. We kick off Virgo season with Mercury exalted in Virgo. And so there's another component or another source of the clarity, the pace, the quick, like the fastness that things are able to shift at. I do feel like it's, you know, time to pay attention. Your ruling planet is still retrograde in your sign, and is in things I don't feel like really start to level out until, for some of you, definitely October, November. And for others, the dust and stuff may not settle until like March 2023, but you have a big role in that. I feel like the sooner that you stop trying to fight the divine, the sooner that you take heed to the signs, take heed to the calling on your heart, take heed to like with the information that's presented to you, as soon as you do your part to surrender, to hope again, there is this movement, this shift. We are in the season of I analyze. And I feel like if you give yourself Like if you give yourself, like if you start to really believe in yourself, like you're going to start to really break out of conflict. You're going to start to really harmonize. You're going to start to change. You're going to start to acknowledge like the fullness of your capacity. And I also feel like the need for order, where order makes sense in your life versus where chaos and upheaval, you know, where you thrive, where that thrives in your life. It's like there are some arenas in your life where having a plan won't work, and you need to like be honest about that versus making yourself feel bad about it, you know. And the sooner that you own where the chaos can live, the sooner that you operate in your shadow, are honest about all that's like going on with you, and start surrounding yourself with like-minded people, things can really shift. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, you are being tested by way of your friends, the people around you. I feel like there are people around you who are starting little revolutions in your life. They are really like showing you like the ways, like what could be, how good things could be, how free you could be, how free you could feel. Now then we've got Uranus, who is still coming off that, you know, Uranus, the North Node, and Mars conjunction in Taurus. There will be upheaval for you. There will be. But ain't shit coming your way that you can't handle, if not are prepared for. You know? You got this. And if there's anybody that's got it right now, I feel like it's y'all. You know what I mean? It's like you understand the changes that you need to make are scary, but it's just like, so the fuck what? Sorry to put it that way. Mars. Sorry. All right, so on August 22nd, Virgo gets the sun. And there is a spotlight on analysis, on service, practicality, order, doing things the right way. On the 24th, Uranus, one of your ruling planets, retrogrades in Taurus. And the way it channeled through was fear factor. It's funny I said lights off. It's time to go to sleep. I feel like also some of you are sleeping on your capabilities, sleeping on your ability to, it's like you're keeping yourself small in some sort of way, or the people around you may be encouraging really like small kind of thinking. Peep small-mindedness and why you need to be around those people. You know what I mean? Though I feel like the contrast is really good for you right now. Uranus retrograding in Taurus is like fear factor, facing your fear. There's going to be stuff that is exposed to you that doesnof work out, that doesn't go with the revolution. I feel like that's the whole thing. It's like that conjunction happened. Uranus, the North Node of Mars conjunct in Taurus, really bulldozing some stuff out of the way. And then it's like the divine was like, oh, you thought that was it? No, we going back. Like, it's like we're pushing the vacuum forward, and then you know that moment where you pull the vacuum back to go over, and it's like, that's what Uranus is doing. I feel like it's like, oh, you thought I was just bulldozing shit forward? Nah, we're making sure all this, like the full spectrum, everything is cleared out. We're clearing the fullness of the slate. It's just like, that's the imagery that comes through. It's like, we forgot that when you vacuum, you got to go backwards. You know what I mean? To get the coverage. And so that's what it feels like is happening with Uranus. Now on August 27th, we have the new moon in Virgo. And here it's time to figure out, where do you need to tighten up, Aquarius? Where are you too tightly wound? And where do you need to tighten up? What areas of your life need to tighten up? Because there is some stuff that, some stuff that's coming in that's going to test your standards. There's something about raising your standards, the bar being raised in some sort of way. And it's like, if you internally raise the bar, people around you, especially the new people around you, well, that are coming in, are going to like show up at your level. There are people, if you cut out the lukewarm, cut out the fair weather friends, cut out the people who you can't be your whole self around. And it's not even about cutting them out. It's just like, phase it out. Create distance, because you're putting time and energy into people, places, and things that aren't expanding, aren't like launching you into the stars where you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? And there are people who want to come into your life, who the divine want to like bring into your life, that are going to help that propulsion. Now, there is some more magical shit happening on August 29th, September 3rd, and September 6th. I think that's 6th, not 16th. Yeah, September 6th. The North Node in Taurus, next to Uranus, your ruling planet, is going to be semi-sextiling Chiron retrograde in Aries. Chiron retrograde in Aries. And there is some stuff about childhood wounds, identity wounds. What's keeping you from operating in your true value and knowing your true worth, embodying your true worth, displaying that. And it's not even like your true worth. It's like whatever it is at this shadow, you know, the version of yourself that you'd rather not display or show other people. There is some falling in love with some of your shadow. That is definitely coming up. So Aquarius, then we have, let's see, I'm not doing everybody's astrological notes. We have Mercury retrograde in Libra on September 9th, and Mercury will be retrograding back into Virgo. So I told you guys that about the semi-sextile because it's like 3rd time's the charm. This semi-sextile is happening 3 times. And then there's something about like 3rd time's the charm, this redo energy that also is coming up with Mercury in Libra and then going back into Virgo. There is this I balance, I analyze, this reevaluation of how you do that, of like how you balance the light with the dark, your private versus public, what you know versus what you will. You know, there is these like dichotomies even that are kind of coming up. This, just be aware, because I do feel like you get to, there is like this build up to you getting out of your head, this build up to you separating or detaching from such grounding, from trying to like fit in or trying to like fly under the radar. Some of you are, it's like, it's so cliche to say, it's like you're trying to fit in, but you're born to stand out is how this feels. And some of you are going to really be blown away this full moon in Pisces that we have on September 10th. Because this is something about like releasing your humanness. Be fucking weird. Let shit get weird. Get as weird as you want to fucking get. You know, and I feel like you know who you can get weird with. That's a big thing. So let yourself. You are a spirit having a human experience. And some things need to, sometimes I feel like those 2 weeks are deeply about you letting yourself get weird and in the spirit. So hydrate, light it if you got it. Aquarius, first card out. Here we're going to dig for it. I saw something. It's the Lovers. With the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, or Virgo placements that's playing a big role. Mercury going into Libra, Mars now being in Gemini. There is this clarity of the mind, a need to really get deeper in thought, a need to get clear about what what you want, being more articulate with your words. I feel like this is also like something coming in that you just may really like love, something that feels like amazing to you, something that like you really want, something that requires time, energy. And so that's what I'm saying. There are people that want to come into your life. Nice. I love this. Okay. There are people that are wanting to come into your life that are worth all this amory, all this love, all this, like, all your attention, people who stimulate you, you have good conversations with. And in order for you to cut, it's like 2 coming in, 2 leaving. It's like it's time to establish some balance. Some cuts need to be made. Your price is way too high. You need to cut it. That's how it's like. There's something where... That's the Lovers, though. It's like, if you want what you want, some sacrifice is going to be required. Are you willing to make the sacrifices that are required? What's worth the sacrifice? Because for some of you, you may be around people or hear about people. This could be some shit coming through the grapevine. Someone maybe you're dating or someone you're interested maybe into some shady shit. Or you're disconnecting yourself from some shady shit. If something feels off, it is, especially in romance. And you're not going to do what you did last time or what you've always done, which is just sit around and wait and be patient and try to be compassionate or try to figure things out or try to like shift the narrative or control the narrative or control the optics. Nope, none of that shit. There is something about... No more. It's like once you've loved a certain way, it's like once your heart's been opened a certain way, it's like even if it got open by way of being broken open, it's like there is no going back to this place of being fucking guarded and closed off anymore. That's just not a way to live. It's not a way to live, Aquarius. Especially not when the divine is trying to offer you opportunities, bring you new love, bring you new passions, strengthen your spirituality, strengthen your connection to yourself. There are conflicts that are coming in that cannot be resolved but with old tactics. New knowledge is required. So these loves, these connections, how have they benefited you? What are they doing for you? What are you doing for them? Are they adding like value to your life? Center of the reading being the 4 of Cups reversed is like this old emotional foundation is not going to fly anymore. Promise I won't cry over spilled milk. Give me a paper towel. Give me another volume. Give me another hour or 2. Hour with you. Why you bother me when you know you don't want me? Why you bother me when you know you got a woman? Some of y'all are like, you're like like, it's almost like your ethics are changing or what you're willing to do, the situations that you're willing to put yourself in are different. Like some of you, like there may have been a time in your life where you didn't care if someone had a boyfriend or someone had a partner or someone had a girlfriend or someone had, you didn't mind, you may not have minded being on the side or being someone's secret, or you may not have minded having a secret or having someone on the side or having, you know what I mean? I've been like, oh, we're just talking. It was just emotion, we're just having conversations. They're just my friend. You know what I mean? There could be something like that where it's just like, you don't roll that way anymore. I don't want to be a player no more. Last 2 cards, final 2 cards, final 2 messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Virgo season 2022. Leo season has really let a lot of light in. The divine is heavily involved in your communication process. Temperance reversed. Because there have been some sort of upsetting situations, maybe some shit with a Sagittarius or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, possibly, maybe Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. There could also be stuff with addiction, someone that had addiction, or you may be really arriving at a new chapter in regards to addiction or in regards to recovery. There is something that, like, it's like you have not recovered from something well, or it took you longer than you expected to detach yourself from something. The Lovers and then the Temperance card, it's interesting. Oh, I don't want to drop this knowledge right now, but why not? So, you know that saying, as above, so below? It's actually a mistranslation of one of the first lines of the Emerald Tablets, which is the above is of the below, and the below is of the above. That's a little bit different, isn't it? Meaning, let's say, but an interpretation of that new an understanding of it. It's not like, oh, the sun is just in the sky. The sun is also in you. The sun is also in the earth. The sun is also in the plants that it's nurturing. The fabric of the sun, the stars in the sky are the same things that, like, it's like, yeah, we're of star stuff, but it's just like, no, but for real. But for real. It's already, like, scientifically proven. But now there is this other layer of understanding. It's not just like on heaven as it is on earth. It's this understanding of just how connected. It's not that, like, there is no, it's like, it's deeper than there is no separation. Like, there is no, yeah, I mean, there is no separation from the above, from the below. The above is of the below, and the below is of the above. Be in the world, not of it. There's so much power to language that I feel like we're figuring out. And I just feel like it's really important for you to figure out language for how you're feeling, what you're going through, what you've been through, and to be honest about what vices aren't working anymore. There's still some stuff from the childhood, or still someone in, like, maybe if you have a child, or if there could be stuff with a house or inheritance, or this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius, possibly. There's just harmony that wants to be established in the realm of your spiritual and emotional and creative selves, those aspects of yourself. It's like harmony wants to be restored there, babe. But it's like harmony can't be restored if your cups are still full of the past. So it's like all of these cups, promise I won't cry over spilt milk. Give me a paper towel. You know? Final card, final message. You don't, and some of you, it's like you can cry about it, of course. You can, of course, have emotions, think your thoughts, feel your feelings. But do something about it. Why do you do what you do when you know what you know? Aquarius, you are the sign of I know. And now that we have exited your shadow season, Leo, the sign of I will, there is this new willing into your existence that is in Virgo season here for you to analyze. Based on the things that you've learned in Leo season, how are you going, you know, it's like some of you have been upgraded. There's just these new policies, procedures, these new downloads even, these coming back with the codes in some sort of way. And it's just like, now that you know what you know, you can switch up what you do. But before the shift, you got to analyze. Before you can bring in the balance, Libra, you got to analyze it, Virgo. And so final card, final message is the Knight of Swords reversed. That means backing up, like a downshift in some sort of way, which is that's what Sagittarius got. So some of y'all may definitely be dealing with a Sagittarius, or someone with Sagittarius placements, or someone that's struggling with addiction in some sort of way. I feel like there is, or recovery or moderation. There's just a need for moderation. Bottom of the deck being the Seven of Pentacles. I feel nice. The Six of Cups showed up. Yeah, there's definitely this soulmate energy coming through. I feel like you falling in love with yourself. These soulmates are coming in. There's people that are coming in that aren't here for a long time. Some of y'all are with people who were here for a good time, not a long time, and you tried to make them into a long time. Or vice versa. Some of you, I feel like there is this emptying of what you know in the subconscious mind. It's like there is this like a new understanding that comes in about your childhood, about maybe somebody with Scorpio placements. But I feel like there is some harsh analysis that is required that's going to show you, where are you wasting time? Stop micromanaging shit. It's time to be patient. You've done your part. You planted the seeds. You watered it. Now let it grow. Let the divine do theirs. Let the sun shine. Let the plants do their part and absorb the rays from the sun. Let them do their part and give off the, CO2. Give off oxygen. There is a natural order and symbiosis and all natural things. In Aquarius, I feel like there is this humbling that's happening across the board. Everybody's like, it's like Leo gave us this inescapable light, and now Virgo's giving us this fucking monocle to like look at this magnifying monocle, And it's like with the sunshine combined with the monocle, something's bound to get burned or something's bound to get cut, With that amount, this amount of clarity of sight, this amount of light, this amount of knowledge and awareness, nothing can stay the same. It's meant to shift. The Lovers is out to say that there's stuff, that feeling of being in love is still available to you. It's still out there. Granted, this isn't exclusive to romantic love, but that feeling that you crave, that connection, that attention that you want is still out there. And you just got to like really stop. It's like you're not asking too much. You've been asking the wrong people for so long that you've convinced yourself that, oh, I guess that's not really a thing. When it's like, no, bitch, let go of everything that you know. It's very much so a thing. What you want is a thing. There is a market for everything. So the sooner that you drop the pretense, the sooner that you drop the insecurity, the sooner that you allow yourself to be your whole self, stop holding back your revolution. Stop fighting. It's like you're bridling your damn self. It's like the divine is chomping at the bit for you to be chomping at the bit. It's like, are you going to let this thing ignite you? Some of you, there's people coming in your life, maybe Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's just someone coming into your life that I feel like is going to be triggering these, challenging your thought processes and your perspectives, and it's going to be triggering. It's going to take you back to your childhood. There is a need for water. There is a need for exploration. There is a need for fresh air. There is a need to really get out. There's a need to stop looking at it. Stop trying to, stop micromanaging something. there is a need, Aquarius, for you to really prioritize your connection to the divine. First and foremost, because there is no baby, there is no wife, no husband, no partner, no accomplishment, no job, no career that's ever going to fill that void. Only the divine can do it. It can only be touched and altered by the fabric of spirit. So the sooner that you stop trying to allow or seek out external comfort and validation and warmth, it's just like the sooner the real shit comes. You know, and that real shit is what comes from within. And when you are lit up from within, you attract someone, and you show up to the dating pool or whatever, show up to the job interviews, like you attract other people that are lit from within. And then you start having these symbiotic relationships. And it's like, oh wow, how hard was it how hard was it? All I had to be was true to myself. All I had to do was let my freak flag fly. Cut all these, fucking people in old bad habits out, because I feel like some of you have had habits of like, you've built manipulative habits based on trying to conceal who you are in some sort of way. And now it's like, it's time to like out yourself or have these conversations. It's time to acknowledge the residual disappointment, heartbreak. It's time to stop going back and forth with people. It's time to stop giving energy to these people who are treating you like an option or going back and forth with you. There is replenishment in the water. Clarity is paramount. You giving yourself clarity by way of stopping being like sugarcoating the truth. Look at everything for what it is. No more willful blindness. Take your hurt and keep it moving so you can go process and unpack that shit on your own. Four of Cups being in the center of the reading, the divine is trying to hand you things and you are being obstinate. Stop. And that's what Saturn retrograde in your sign is really showing you. It's like dad's home. Dad wants to give you a lesson. You think that, because every lesson's been hard, that I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it because, no. And it's like the divine, and Saturn's like, bro, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to get you out of here. It's like everyone around you believes in you. Everyone around you thinks you've got this thing. Everyone but you. And the divine's trying to very much so, it's like, all right, if I got to bump your head up against the fucking wall to get you to see that person is sneaky and that person isn't clapping loud enough, or you know what I mean? It's like whatever it is. The divine wants to give you stuff, but it's like the divine wants to give you a refill and your cup is full of moldy water. Throw those cups out, clear, it's like clear out the table and wipe them out. Give me a paper towel. It's going to avoid you going into Libra season being so combative. In the divine, it's like the divine won't have to drag your ass there. It's like, how do you want to show up to the function? Do you want to show up to this new chapter well dressed, prepared, smart, articulate, confident? Or do you want to show up in rags and with fucking road rash all over you? Because either way, we're going. So let go or be dragged. Your choice. I love you. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.